doing? This is Fidiamondintherough. How's your day going today? Long time no video. I will say I'm sorry I haven't been around, but I will say that life happens, and that's probably about the best explanation I can give. I will say I've had a few issues happening, background, but yeah. Let's see how we go. So, picture up on the corner there, Josephine Wall, the Wisteria Moon. So this is the one from Diamond Painting Deutschland. I don't even remember what size it is now, but it's 240 colours. I've got probably about this section size left to go on a bottom row, and another section only one side, so I'm nearly done on this one. So what have you guys been up to? Me, I haven't been up to that much. Let's move this, there we go. I have working. Yeah, definitely been working. There is, when I went away, I probably mentioned that I had a fall. So I've still got grief from my knee. I now have grief in my back. So, yeah, basically I had a sore back the last few days. So I'm, you know, struggling. I have been struggling to sit at my desk. But yesterday morning I was at the point where it was so bad that just about couldn't walk. I was able to walk, but it was bloody painful. So ended up at the chiropractor, and now I don't know what disc it is, but down the bottom, one of my lowest discs, they're saying is bulging. They've done a little bit of work on it, manipulation. Excuse me. Yeah, they've done a little bit of manipulation on it, and due back again on Friday. So probably is the reason why I haven't been able to sit and concentrate and do stuff. I can sit and diamond paint and play video, not play videos, watch movies, but editing has just not been there for me, unfortunately. So yeah, so that's what's happened just recently now. We'll see what happens with that, and the chiropractor I was saying, she seems pretty nice, so we'll see. I do have relief today. I woke up, I was lying in bed, it's like, oh, I have no back pain. And I thought, oh no, maybe that she's done it. And it's like, no, I couldn't have done it. And lo and behold, no, she hadn't done it. She wasn't that much of a miracle worker, but she did do an amazing job. So yeah, once I got out of bed, yeah, the back still hurts. Hang on, I'm trying to find the next colour. When there's 240 colours, it's pretty hard to remember where each single symbol is. So, there we go. So yeah, so this morning I've woken up, the back's not hurting, until I stood up. Yep. How good is that? But what have I got? I'll let you know what I do have in the pipeline. I have, where is the book? Hang on. That one? Yeah, I think that's, bear with me, I'm just trying to find it. So, in the pipeline, I've done quite a bit. I've had some more DIYMoon Shop Diamond Painters arrive, of course. I do have a DIYMoon art by chart, so you know, basically a paint by numbers. So that's, I have filmed the unboxings. I just haven't edited, and that's the big thing. That's still the big thing with me, is be able to sit and edit. You know, I don't sit and diamond paint for long periods of time either, so but yeah, so that's I've got a few of those. I ordered some paper twilling stuff and then had a go at that and went, yeah, no, I'm not going any further with that. So you won't see those. But I tried it and went, yeah, no, not for me. I don't need to have another craft room anyway, but yeah, I thought I'd give it a go. Okay. Yes, all these colour changes are happening. So I have got, what did I get? 1, 2, DIYMoon Shop. I got 2 diamond paintings which were square. Hang on. I might have even gotten 3 diamond paintings. Lose track. And yeah, the art by chart. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Oh no, there's another one of that. Where is it? That's where it went to. There's one I missed previously. Okay, so that's where diamond painting wise. Obviously I've got a lot done of this one. I've got bits and pieces done of others. Non-diamond painting related. So charcoal expressions. On my computer right now, I do have the charcoal expressions that I'm trying to edit, and the one that will come out when I've done it is actually Play On. That was gorgeous to do. That was really good to do. Did like working on that one. So that's now done, and I've received 2 other boxes from them, and I have unboxed both of those in the one unboxing. So there's another video. So I have been doing stuff for you guys. I just haven't been editing for you guys. There's another one of that tree. So there's those. Now Sophie and Toffee. Where did that tree go? There it is. Sophie and Toffee. So Sophie and Toffee, I'm trying to work out what I've done. I've got the, so I just there will be some that are missing. The Sophie and Toffee's deliveries have gone haywire, but I did receive the August Elves box probably last week, which is a spooky glow box. So that one I've unboxed. I will say I have played with it. I didn't record my play with it, but yeah, I did play with it, so we'll see how that goes. I will try and actually do one of those projects on camera, but I've got my head around how to do that. Then they did, Sophie and Toffee did an early release of Harry Potter boxes. So what we got is the first, no, I'll go this one actually, show you this one. So these I have unboxed obviously. So this is the invitation, Harry Potter invitation letter craft box. So you can actually create the letter. There's a Hegwood, shake them all, a couple of beazels, and some beautiful pigment papers. So yeah, then you have got some focuses covered under the stairs. So that's where you can actually put that on the envelope. So yeah, that's really cool. Haven't touched it, I've only unboxed. Then the next Harry Potter one that will be coming eventually is the platform 9 3/4. Sorry about the shadows there, but they are actually bookends. They look really cool. I've got more pigment powders, more open beazels, and some films. So if you actually look at that, whoops, you actually do get the suitcases. That does actually hang by chain. So yeah, so I have been doing stuff, and it is all about the editing side of things. What else? In my last live, I organised for some people to receive stuff. Some cover minders that I actually made. I did some resin work and made cover minders. And I will say to those of you that are still waiting for them, they are still sitting on my desk. Yeah, this is where life happens. I actually can't remember when I did it. It's more, my guessing is I think my last video came out 2 months ago. But yeah, so yeah, that's it's not good, and every time I look at it, I'm looking at it right now, I've got them all boxed up ready to go. Yeah, there's just a few things have happened in relation to getting the post office and that. Alright, so what else is going on in life? How do you guys tackle something with so many colours? Do you select something that looks like there's a lot of the symbol? Or do you do like what I've started doing? I work from the corner and work my way along to the next symbol, which I'm on the hunt for as we speak. So yeah, it's hard to get back into things. Unboxings are easy. Unboxings are easy to do, and yeah, it's easy to put a camera up, do an unboxing. Editing an unboxing is really easy, but I didn't want to put an unboxing up without a whip and chat because I've been away from this for so long. Okay, don't know if you can see it. I'm doing that symbol there, which is actually a lightning strike zigzag type thing. Yeah, so I didn't want to put out because I've gone so long without a video. Hang on, I didn't want to put up a video without some little hello there, apologies, all of that, so that I just don't want one happening out of the blue. They will be coming very sporadically. But oh yeah, I mean, Nathan has even commented, he's like, he come home and I'm on days off and he comes home and it's like, you're not in your craft room, what's going on? So yeah, that's how it's been lately, where the fact of being in my craft room, normally he'd turn up, he'd come home and I'm in my craft room, come out, cook dinner, and then I go back in the craft room. But that hasn't been happening. It happens, it does happen. Life, what's going on in life-wise? So my son's back home, so that's one of the reasons why I find it a bit harder to do anything, because my son's home. How's that? What am I looking for? Dumbbells. Yeah, so he's home. So it's really funny because he's finished uni. So he's only just finished uni, but the way things have been with him is he's got at the time when he moved back, he had a job, or still has that job. He's got a job where he works mostly weekends, and during the week he's not working so that he can attend uni. And then with uni, he's now finished his uni, and his graduation in December. He's at home more than what Nathan is, and I'm finding that either Nathan's home or he is home. And when he's home, he is really respectful, doesn't make a lot of noise, but very conscious of the fact that he is only in the room right next to me, and sometimes noises that he makes can be heard on camera. So, but he now has 2 jobs at the moment. So he's still with a place he's worked with for the last, I think 10 years now. Plus he has another job that he got as part of while he was doing his internally, and they ended up offering him a job. So he's working for them on a casual basis, which is actually really good because he's casual. He can manage to work the 2 jobs. He's managing like 2 jobs. But he's like, I'm worried about burnout, but he's turned around and said, he's only going to do the 2 jobs up until a certain date, and then he's going to do this and something else, and then it's like, okay, rightio, that's all good. But we all know what burnout's like, and at his age, I don't want him burning himself out on an office job and a retail job. So we'll see how he goes there. But yeah, it's a blessing to have him home. Chiropractor yesterday, he actually took me to the chiropractor. I couldn't drive. He took me to the chiropractor. Sat patiently in the waiting room reading his book, waiting for me. But part of his office job is he's able to work from home, so he was even making phone calls and doing his work while chatting. He was in talking to people in relation to what he does in the waiting room while he's waiting for me to finish up. So yeah. It's a combination of one extra person in the house makes one lot of extra noise, which actually hinders quite a few processes in itself. I'm going to have to pause there for a sec. That short break was brought to you by a back that needed stretching and was really cold. Okay. So back we go. My son has been a blessing to have back home. So, what else is going on? What has happened? At work I got qualified for another section of the network, so that was a good thing. And Nathan's still Nathan. Nothing changes there with Nathan. He is Nathan and will always be Nathan. Okay. Can you guys see any more of the ones that I'm after? Can you actually see what the symbol is? So unintentional pause while I search for symbols. Okay, so what else is going on? Not much else. Actually there is a little bit going on. My eldest boy finally got his driver's license. And when I say finally, he has had his learner's permit for more than 10 years. So yeah, he finally got his driver's license, which is a good thing. For where they are, where my son and his wife live, it's a small town. They can walk just about everywhere. So he's never understood what's the point. Won't say he wouldn't understand, because he has people he's in a place where people pick him up and drive him around wherever he needs to go. He has the family that is around him, very, 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 very supportive. So him and his wife and grandbaby. And I don't think there's many of this. So he got his driver's license, which is a really good thing. Let's see if I can find any more hands. No, can't see any. And then so he wanted assistance with a car. She said, "Oh, can we borrow some money off you, Mum, so we can buy a car? You know, I'm going to come up with her. We've got money saved, but can we borrow some money and we'll pay you back?" One thing that Nathan and I had discussed a while ago was I was looking at getting a new car for myself. So the talk was that, you know, maybe we do something in relation to him getting my car. My car is only 6-7 years old. Only done 85,000 kilometres. So I mentioned it to him. I said, well, you know, we're looking at helping you with a car with my car if you're interested. Which he was like, yeah, because I mean my car is, it's a decent car. I said, well, what's happening is I want to get a new car. I don't know how long it'll be. I'll have to, the way things are with cars at the moment, you know, if you go buy a new car, you actually have to order it and it takes a while to arrive. Yeah, that's the way the new car market is at the moment, which is why second-hand cars in car yards are so expensive in comparison to what they used to be. So turned around and my son was like, yep, okay, we're interested in your car. How long will it be? I didn't know at that point, so it was like, I'm not sure, I'll have to find out. Yeah. Where was that? It's disappeared already. Now I'm on the hunt for it until I find it. There it is. So we made we turned around and had a chat, and he still came up to look at second-hand cars and had a look at mine, and yeah, all the cars we looked at. And I turned around and said, what I do is I owe this much on the car. If you give me this much money, I'll pay out the loan and the car's yours. And you don't have to borrow any money off me and you don't have to pay me anything back, which I think worked out to be a very good thing. He was happy with it. And for his price range that he was looking at, it was going to cost, nearly another extra 10 grand than what he paid for my car. And the cars that were in that price range were like done 100,000 more kilometres than my car. So he knew it was a good option in many ways. You know, good quality car, not many Ks on it for its age, and you know, he's not borrowing from anybody to actually buy a car, so you know, he owns the car outright without any debt on it. So you do what you can to help your kids out. I think so yeah, I got to, and so there's my son needing a car, and I've agreed with him to get my car. My other son was looking at a car, and then obviously I'm looking at getting a car. You know, of course everybody's doing the same thing at the same time. It's rather, where's the notebook? Hang on, looking for it again. Another one. I'm going to see a couple of those, so I'll take them out. So, made the agreement. So I turned around and organised for my car. My car's been ordered. It will arrive in February. End of February it's due to arrive. There we go. That's how long it takes. So, did a deal with my youngest son where we go looking, when we were looking at cars, my youngest son was with us, and it was a case of, well, if you find a car that you like and I can drive it, I'll help you out with the car. So that then I'll drive it until mine arrives, and then while he still has his old car, and then when my car arrives, he will get his car and he'll be able to sell his old car. And the thought of selling his old car is, the thought is it'll go to a wreck. It's a great car to run around in, but oh my gosh, there's so much wrong with it. So yeah, we found a car for Dion. I assisted him in that one. I've also had it. So I had a motor. It had an inspection done on it before we went. He went, "Yep, we'll take it." And then we got it home, and I booked it in for a service. I had the guys, mobile mechanics, come to the house and do a service on it. They picked up a few things. One of them was actually part of the car was not roadworthy. Yeah, that wasn't a good find. It was like, oh shit. Simple fix. Nathan fixed it, but yeah, there was something that was wrong with the car that it shouldn't have actually been allowed to be sold. So we got that. Nathan sorted that out, but they also turned around and said the clutch needs to be replaced. So I've turned around and said, "Deal, I'll help you out with the clutch too." So when all he has to do is order the clutch, and as soon as he's ordered the clutch, I'll get everything else going. I've got the funds to pay for the clutch. I've got the funds to actually pay for the clutch to be put in. So he just has to get in and order the clutch. I think I just need to tell him that. So we just got to replace the clutch, and I'm paying the car rego on the car until mine arrives. So that's all car registration for. So yeah, I've just paid for 3 months of that, waiting for my car to arrive. So the question is, what car did I get? Yeah, I've ordered a Jeep Wrangler, a Jeep Rubicon. So the Wrangler, it's a 2-door Jeep with all the 4-wheel drive stuff. Trail ready package, which means that it's got cameras in the front or built in, all sorts of stuff that's in it, so it's really, really cool. Nathan and I go 4-wheel driving, and generally he 4-wheel drives and I sit in the passenger seat. Well, it'd be nice to have my own car to go 4-wheel driving with, and we can drive cars together like that. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oops. Next one is the aeroplane. Now I know the aeroplane was, there we go. So yeah, so I've ordered that in the white. It'll arrive in February, right at the end of summer. Mind the way that winter is holding on, it's yeah. Summer will be late too, so it'll hang on. I ordered that. I've got it in white, coming in white. White is good as a resale value. It doesn't show up scratches as much, especially when it's a 4-wheel drive. It doesn't show up scratches as much. I am looking at getting a body wrap on it, so a vinyl wrap over the paintwork, which will actually also protect the paintwork, which is a good thing. Those good old little scrapes that you get in car parts and all of that. This will actually make a difference to people opening doors and hitting my car. It'll protect it a bit better. That one, church. So yeah, that's about it for what's going on. Start planning for Christmas. The kids are coming up. That's really funny. The kids are coming up. My youngest one turns around and said, "How come you call them the kids?" And it's like, I don't know. It's like you're the baby and they're the kids. But I think probably because I refer to the kids actually encompasses the fact that it's 3 of them. So that's my son, my daughter-in-law, and my grandbaby. However, there's an addition. Grandbaby number 2 is on its way. How cool is that? How cool. So I'll have 3.5 if the kids come up. So yeah, that's what's happening. So that's another thing we've done. So my son, when he moved back home, he got the guest room with the guest bed and all of that. And so we had my craft room for our rooms. We had our bedroom, but we had the craft room, which is this room. I had a guest bedroom, and then I had a junk room. And it wasn't really a junk room. It's where we put all of our camping equipment and Nathan's fishing rods and all of that. And any visitors that were coming over either had the sofa bed at the front of the house, or we gave them the air mattress on a bed frame. So like when we go camping, it's what we sleep on. So we know it's comfortable. But went out the other day, spotted on Facebook these beds which have the gas lift, so they lift up, and you've got storage underneath. So what I did is I went and had a look, and then told Nathan about it, and we went and had a look, and then while we were there, I brought one. So now we have another guest bedroom. Yeah, I'm just looking down here for more. So yeah, I now have 2 guest rooms, although one is full. So when my youngest one moves out, I have 2 guest rooms. How cool is that? And our borders are still closed, so no visitors unless you're within the state. Yeah, there's an interesting thing going on here. So I know I've got 2 guest bedrooms. One is occupied, but that'll get vacated eventually. He'll go. Is that the mobile phone? Hang on. 30. Yeah. 3072. So yeah, it's good. I've got 2 guest bedrooms now, and the camp room. Well, it's still the camp room, but everything is either in the wardrobe or under the bed, where easily accessible, but not in the way, which is fantastic. There's none I missed. Jeez. Hold there. There we go. They're rather good to know that I've got that set up. For those that are not in Australia, I shared a little bit about the virus, because when I mentioned about our borders are still closed. We're not the only state, I will say that. We're not the only state. A couple of states in Australia have opened up for international travel. So international travel is back on. And what we mean by that is, used to be, where did that go? International travel. To be able to travel international, you had to get an exemption to fly, with certain restrictions as to where you can go and the reasons for why you can fly. Well, they've opened it up now where those two restrictions are no longer in place. Just missed another one. Two. There we go. So those restrictions are being lifted for New South Wales and Victoria. Queensland won't be far behind. Our borders, we still have borders shut against parts of Australia, which is good and bad. I'm busting to go and travel again, but you know, that's the way life is. Where does that one belong? Down there. So yeah, with our borders, our state's only about 66% double vaccinated at the moment. So if the virus comes into WA, our medical system is already, our medical side of things is already a mess. So just by them preventing anyone coming in just stops it being made even a bigger mess. And now we all know that everybody's health system has suffered with because of COVID. Our health system's already suffering, and it doesn't have COVID in it. We have zero active cases in WA. But then the reason why our vaccination rates are not that high is because people are complacent about the fact that we don't have the virus here. We don't need to get vaccinated. We don't want to travel. It's now really funny because the government is saying to the people that want to travel, it's like, well, convince your friends that they need to get vaccinated. Once you double vaccinated, it'll open up, but you need to convince your friends that. So the government's done what it can. It's made certain jobs mandatory, vaccination mandatory, and not just in the public sector. Where we work, it's mandatory for our industry to be double vaccinated by 1st of January or 30th, somewhere, December or January. But we are, it has been made mandatory for people in our roles to be double vaccinated. So they've done the mandates, which will bring the numbers up, but people that don't want to travel and don't really care won't get it done. They're just like, meh, we don't need it, we're not at risk. Queensland government have gone, we'll open up at a certain date. If you are not vaccinated, you are going to suffer, and you're just going to end up in hospital sick, because we're not holding up opening our state up because people won't get vaccinated. So be interesting to see what happens. Here we go again, another stretch. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so on the visitor front, we still can't have visitors from anywhere. No, we can. Actually, I think Queensland, South Australia, Tasmania, yeah, most of the states, people can come in and not have to quarantine. There's just some states it's like, yeah, no. And although, like with New South Wales, the comments now is we had a buffer zone of like, if there's 500 cases in the state, there for a certain amount of time or whatever it was, there was a reason why there's a certain level of, once it reaches this point, they're at a higher category, higher risk, so we won't open up borders to them, rah. And now New South Wales has been at low numbers for quite a while. So, but WA will not open its borders up to them because, and this is where people don't understand it, is because at the moment, New South Wales has just opened up international. So it's like, we'll wait and see what happens to your international borders. What happens if you get more cases, or if your cases rise because you're not doing the quarantine restrictions, rada, all of that stuff. So we're just waiting and just riding it out and waiting. That's all there is to it. We'll open up eventually. But like, I work with people that, I suppose I work in a role where disposable income is quite high. So disposable income is usually what is used on holidays, massive holidays. And people at work are going, well, you still can't travel. We can't travel, even though the borders are open, they can't travel. And I turned around and went, well, if you actually looked at it, you could. You go to New South Wales or Victoria, you fly out. When you come back, you fly back to either one of those states where you don't have to quarantine. You will still need to quarantine back to get back into WA. I mean, you can't get back unless exceptional circumstances at the moment, but I'm trying to explain this the best way I can. So if you are in New South Wales or Victoria, you can't come back to WA unless exceptional circumstances, and it's compassionate is basically the reason. But if you actually went from New South Wales to Queensland, because Queensland's opened its borders up, you do 2 weeks in Queensland, then you come back to WA. So you plan your holiday for however many weeks you want to go for, and then add on an extra 2 weeks of, I don't know, holidaying in Queensland. That's the way I see it. You know, instead of taking a 4-week holiday, you're going to take a 6-week holiday. That's the way I see it playing out. So yeah, we'll see what happens, because I can see people at my work doing that. Because they haven't taken leave, they have so much leave accruing. In our job, we get standard leave for office Monday to Friday workers is that they get 4 weeks annual leave, so 4 weeks paid holidays a year. The job that I'm in, it's 5 weeks because we do shift work. So yeah, that'll be interesting. You know, like people have not holidayed for like 1.5 years, so they've got all this leave up their sleeve and go, rightio, I'll take 6 weeks leave, I'll go 4 weeks overseas, 2 weeks in Queensland, then come home and go back to work then. So yeah, on the holiday front, people are going to start taking a bucket load of leave at work. Alright, so yeah, that's where we stand with things. So that's where I'm going to wrap this up. I've done a little section, completed that section then. But that gives you a little bit of update of what's going on. I'm going to get up and go for a walk very shortly, and then I'm going to come back and try and edit the charcoal expressions, because that play on is gorgeous and I'm eager to get that up. because until that one's edited, I won't edit the unboxing, and I won't be working on any more until I get this one up anyway. So yeah. So Gems, thank you for joining me on this little bit of a whip and chat and a little bit of an update. Thank you for your patience and sticking around. And yeah, comment, like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. And bye for now.